Good morning and welcome to yet another edition of Younger Life. And I'm Rick Federici. Good to see you.
I'm Mary Anthony. Good morning. How's
Good
it going?
morning. It's a great day to be alive. Woke up,
It is.
had the moonroof open. I was thinking about you and your family as I'm cranking to work. My wife calls me. It had to be about 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, my goodness.
She was already up on the elliptical doing her thing and
Wow.
getting ready to go to work. And I said, "What are you doing?" She says, "I just want to know how nice it is outside." I said, "It is so nice
Yeah.
in the Chicagoland, Indiana, Southwest Michigan area that I've got the moonroof open and just a little bit of light heat on, windows up, and
Yeah.
it was picture perfect."
It was.
on
It was
the
a
way
little
to work.
brisk real
Yeah,
early, but
I
it
love
was,
it.
I certainly was not up that early, but I got up about 5:30 and it was brisk letting the dogs out, but it was nice, you know,
Yeah.
and man, when the sun started coming out a little, it's not quite as big and bright as
Yes,
yesterday,
yes.
but that's okay. We need the rain too. I mean, it is spring after all. And
Does it spin you in a different mode when you look out the window and you see the sun in the early morning? Because you're getting the children ready,
as it's
you're
coming
doing
up.
your own work.
Yeah, we're kind
got
of
a lot
racing
stuff.
and not really paying
Yeah.
too much attention, but until we leave, I notice it right at first when I get up, whether it's light or not, and I'm letting the dogs in and out. But other than that, not a whole lot. I don't notice until it's time to get out the door. Then it's kind of a whirlwind in the house, So,
Absolutely phenomenal. Well, it's kind of interesting. I was speaking with Mayor Blair Milo and
I
Mayor
heard
Milo
her.
out of the LaPorte area.
I
Of
heard,
course, did
goodness.
you hear what she did? She rode from I'll just say from the LaPorte, Indiana corridor to Valparaiso
I heard.
and back, and then a little bit in between, 50 miles.
51 miles, she said.
That's incredible.
I know. I thought,
That's like
bravo.
awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is fantastic, and it was a gorgeous weekend.
Yeah.
So, wow, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a big deal. Just getting back into it. You know what I mean?
That's what I
a big,
said.
That's
I'm
a
all
big,
about that.
That's a big chunk to bite off.
Now, about a month and a
getting
half,
started.
2 months ago, you and I sat in a production meeting and we chatted about potentially getting together with our significant others and families to potentially do riding.
Well, and I actually just talked to, I was talking to the hospital team about that because
Morning
we were-
hospital team.
Right, and we were talking about doing that early this month sometime.
Okay.
I mean, I would say this month, meaning April.
Of course.
We're so close now. I don't want to rush it, but
We
meaning
need to kind of
April.
solidify a date
I know we really do because my husband works swing shifts, so we definitely have to make sure we
between
have
family obligations, performances, gigs,
sports. You know what I mean?
everything, just
my kids,
obligations.
Right.
Yeah.
So we definitely need to get that nailed down, and I know Todd and Trina and Pat were interested in doing it as well.
I can't
Do
believe
you know what I forgot to tell
I can't believe you. I was just thinking about them. I had Trina in my head
Do you
with
know what?
Todd and those guys because they were all
Last
riding.
week, I'm trying to think if it was
Bike
last
stop.
week or right from the bike stop. I was driving here and passed Pat.
Get
He didn't-
outta here.
He didn't realize it was me. Clearly,
Did you beep?
Well, I waved like once I realized
probably,
I saw a
"Freak."
bike coming at me. Yeah, I know. That's probably exactly what he thought. He was coming towards me, and he had a flashing light on the
Sure.
front of the bike.
You see how cool that looks? You really do see it.
It is. I
You
mean,
do.
and obviously it's daylight, but it draws attention to it, which I think is so important. So he was coming towards me, and I thought, wouldn't that be funny? That's what I kept thinking because he said he drives by this way a lot.
Sure,
So, and I
sure
was real
does.
close to the station, so I thought it could be. I just thought, wouldn't that be funny? And as he's passing, I'm looking at, I'm waving, and he
He's
didn't.
like,
He
okay.
didn't even notice.
So he goes home to his wife. He says, "Yeah, this real crazy
Yeah,
lady
he's like, I
in a
was-
van with music blaring."
hit on by a weird old mom, probably, but no, it
No,
was
no,
funny.
no.
In the
He was
mom's
doing it this
soccer
way.
mom
No,
van.
no. He wasn't saying an old mom. He's like, "Hey, this hipster, this young, this
Yeah.
young gal."
It was funny, and I thought, wow, look at that. He said he loves to ride to work, but
Yeah.
he didn't even notice. But still, it does get you excited thinking about it. And, it was even before it has been really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I know he said he even rides, in the winter, really, it doesn't matter.
He's got the giant, and
Yeah.
I know you've seen the different bikes, as I become familiar with stuff and
Yeah.
educate myself, but the giant mountain bikes,
This-
the tires.
What, right.
The
Those like
mother
roadsters.
tires.
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
like the big one. When the bike stop had the big sale a
Yes.
couple weeks ago, we went to buy the tag along for my.
And you did, correct?
We did. Oh yeah. We
That's
took it
cool.
home. Yep. I'm just going to get a little piece from him to attach it to my bike. There was a little
To make it all purr.
to make it perfect. That's right. And my husband, Trina, said, just telling him, get on one, and he said, no, it's okay. She said, get on it, ride it out in the parking lot. So he did. And he's like, wow.
That's
yeah,
what
it was
I
really
can't
nice.
wait.
Yeah, they're really cool. They look cool.
They
If
feel
nothing
tough,
else.
and I'll tell you because I have the riding bike, the
Right.
cyclist one with the very thin tires. But
Super
man,
skinny ones.
you talk about getting up to a fast speed. I get off on
Yeah,
that. I mean, not to
yeah.
be weird, but it's like
Right,
you
you
start
love
going
it, and
20,
you-
21, 22, and that's fast. Some of the
Wow, yeah.
more experienced riders are like, "Oh, that's wimpy." No, I'm telling you.
Oh, I'm sure that's fast.
Start cranking down a
I
hill.
certainly am not going that fast. Now, my
Yeah.
bike, again.
No, you will. You will. No, I'm just saying
We'll
that because
see, yeah.
once you try it, you'll get up to like 12, 15. All of a sudden, you'll be riding with Jeremy. And if, even if the kids are with you,
Yeah.
I know it's a little different
It's
with the kids
harder,
on the
right.
back and for safety, but I'm telling you, you're with Jeremy, you're like, yeah, come on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're pretty competitive anyways.
Yeah.
We are at
Who's,
really
who's,
everything.
who's more competitive, you or your husband?
Me, probably. I tend to be
That's
competitive.
kind of why you're a little unique with me all the time.
Yeah, listen to you. I tend to be competitive.
kidding.
And I'm more competitive with myself than
Sure,
others. But
sure.
what's more fun than throwing a little bar?
Hit the goals.
Yeah. What's more fun than making it a little bit of a game? Just the silliest things. Just coming out of the one of the last basketball games we were at. It was one of the little younger kids
Sure.
ones. We were coming out and it's snowing, and it was one of those days we had snow after the snow's all melted, and it was just a little yuck out, and we were racing to the van. Just the kids. It was a little bit later. So
Sure,
my
sure.
littler ones were a little fussy.
When you say
and-
racing in the van?
No, racing to the van.
Oh, I thought
running
you meant
across
like
the
you
parking
guys
lot.
had vans side by side
Oh, no,
and
no.
you're down the block.
No, I wouldn't know that. He would love that. That would.
That would be a
scare me.
little boy Ricky
That's
thing.
not me.
Go,
I
Jeremy.
get a lot more nervous, even when we're on our 4-wheelers and stuff. I don't want to race.
Oh, I
It
love
scares
that.
me because someone's going to get hurt, and it probably will end up being me or one of the kids. So instead, I say no racing. None of that. But
So you
Racing
raced
bikes.
to the van.
oh yeah, just racing to the van. It was funny.
And who won?
Well, I said it once the kids were whining, the littlest ones were whining, carry me. I said, I'll beat you to the van. So then everybody
good-
takes
good
off.
job,
and,
Mom.
It makes it a game, and that's so much more fun.
Keeps them
So-
active and
Oh yeah, and then
And-
we're not stuck. We already have enough crap in our arms carrying out
Yeah.
all our stuff. So it's just fun. And of course, when one of the boys wipes out, slides across the,
Oh.
what else is new? They're always a wreck. Right
but you
now,
know
my
what?
littlest.
Little boys are like that sort. Young little
Oh,
girls.
they're such a mess. They always
Mm-hmm.
have a new owie, but they're very resilient. One of the my littlest right now has a black eye. Right
Why?
before Easter, I want to say it was Thursday, possibly last week. I was getting ready to go to town with my sister, so I made dinner, and the kids were saying, "Can we watch TV and eat dinner?" Which we don't
Mm-hmm.
typically do. So my husband said, "Yeah, that's fine. We'll eat out here tonight." So we have a storage ottoman, thing.
Sure.
It's like two ottoman. It's a rectangle.
I get
So
it. Sure.
if you flip the lid where the storage is, it's wood. And so the boys' plates were sitting in there.
Okay.
So that way the dogs couldn't reach them. That was, a little bit easier. So the boys were kneeling there watching TV. And on TV, it was a dance party. So my 4-year-old gets up to do a one-leg spin thinking that he's dancing.
Yeah.
And instead, he falls and
Oh,
nails
don't
the
even
wood
say.
right in the corner.
Oh.
You think, oh my
Ow.
goodness,
Ow.
why? Someone is always, my youngest daughter did the same thing, except it was the coffee table when she leapt off the couch when she was about 4 or 5, right before Christmas. So, what's funny about that? Everywhere we went,
Did she have a black
she had
eye?
a terrible black eye, and everywhere we went, people, especially older people, would say, "What happened?" And you don't dare start to answer, or they just cut you off. They want to hear it out of the kid to make sure they're not being hit.
Well, they
It
look
was
at
just
you
funny.
like they look at the little one. So what happened?
Yeah,
And then they look at
yeah.
you. It's like,
It is not,
I'm a good mother.
It's just funny. It's so funny.
Or father.
Nobody's asking the boys that though, and I think only because the boys are so rowdy. They always have a new owie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just normal. And you know what? It's just strange. There's always something new. It cracks me up. But
Oh,
they're rough and rowdy.
All right, so hold
it's
on one
fun.
second here. We have a nice instant text. And if you want to call in during the show today,
Yes, please.
219-861-1632. We got a lot of stuff to cover today. 219-861-1632. What happened to Jackie? Wasn't she supposed to call the show and at least give us the insight of how to
The
make
recipe.
that?
Oh, yeah,
because my
because-
wife keeps asking me.
Well,
I'm
and
on
like
the trouble
I
train
said,
list.
I was selfish and snacked on my grill all day, so nobody else. I didn't even share it.
But can I tell you, actually would have done that, but
Yeah.
I literally, well, you saw, I ate some here and it was
Yeah,
so good.
it was.
She gave us a full jar,
Right.
like a small, what would that be? A canning jar full?
It
glass
is
jar?
a small canning jar. I
Right.
actually measured it out when I got home because I do keep track.
Right.
And remember, if you bite, you right. Remember when our
I got it,
listeners-
okay.
So I do record enough.
So you ate that whole jar?
I did all day, but and it was a lot. Looking it up, trying to guess from what she told us was in it. I looked up a homemade granola,
Okay.
honey homemade granola, and it was a lot more calories than I thought, but it was good and it was very healthy and kept me full. I snacked on
All
it all
right.
day.
Throw those headsets on there. Younger Life Live. You're on the air with Younger Life Live. Good morning. Who is this?
Okay, that recipe will be
Good
there
morning.
at 10:05 today.
Okay. Here's what. Here's
I'm
what.
dropping it off after I feed the kids snack.
Okay. So Jackie Cohn, can you talk for a minute, or are you kind of okay?
No, I've got a minute.
Okay. So here's what was in that, and what made it so good. It was just delectable. I loved what you made for us.
It was oats, instant oats, brown sugar, honey, pecans, cranberry, and cinnamon.
And you baked that. Is that correct?
I baked it. You're going to have to mix and some vanilla extract. You're going to have to mix your dries and then mix your liquids. It does call for vegetable oil. I used olive oil.
Okay.
It was fine.
It was so wonderful.
It was fabulous.
It was, I'm just telling you, I could eat that. I was on the good list for about 5 minutes with my wife because I gave everybody some, and even my daughter Carly was doing her homework and she's doing these equations that are like a page long. Devin's next door doing stuff. And we're all together and we're all eating yogurt. We're eating Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
So I pour it into Carly's hand. She says, "Can I have a little bit more?" Now, realize at this point I've eaten, Jackie, half of the jar you gave me. And I'm like jonesing for more. So then Norma goes, "Well, can I have a little bit more?" And so I just pour the rest into her. And she goes, "I love you."
Yeah.
Just like that. But it was so
It was very good.
flipping good. I could see serving that as a treat for like a family gathering or something.
Well, it's just a nice little
Yeah,
snack.
It is delicious. I can't take credit for the recipe.
Okay,
But,
well,
I chose the pecans because I thought sweeter might not be the right word, but they just go better with all the mix. You can put any fruit you want into it. I chose cranberries. I happen to know you guys like cranberries.
oh, love cranberries.
That's why I threw those in there. But my next venture is going to be to try to dehydrate blueberries.
Ooh.
Throw those in there.
I'd like to try that with you too.
Yum.
And if you need any people like gophers to try stuff,
Yeah, no kidding.
we're here, hands up in the air, like you just don't care.
See, I know I can count on you to try some.
You keep up looking good. I was actually bragging on you last couple of days to a lot of people that have been asking me about the show and enjoying the show. And people, I'm like, you really look fantastic. So does Jenny. I mean, Dwayne, you guys all look great, but you really, I could tell from the last 2 weeks to this past week, when we do it in 2-week trials, you just totally went to a whole other level. It's just like, wow. You look,
well, thank
yeah.
you. That makes me wonder, oh, my God, what was it like a month ago?
No, but can I tell you, you always look good and you always have good energy. And I just think you have, and I think you would agree with me, Mary, on your side note. You put your mind to this and you're rocking it. I mean, you are you're doing
I
it.
love it. I need that to pull from, so I like it.
Would you be our friend?
I will be your friend.
I need to piggyback on some of that energy, so
Yeah.
I like it. I'm gonna hang on to that.
But I am going to drop that off to you guys today.
All right, you're
Fabulous.
wonderful.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And we're becoming little local celebrities because I went to my eye doctor appointment. See, there's a reason I don't go to doctors.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a problem.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Well, you thought you knew you needed glasses.
I knew I needed glasses, but I have to go to a retina specialist.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
But
Because,
you found out.
That's it.
yes, exactly. But-
Don't be afraid of it, Jackie. Embrace it. Come on.
And my optometrist was bragging about the show.
Good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We should have them on.
So she
Yeah.
said, "Oh my God, I love to listen to them in the morning. I didn't know that was you." So she loves the show. So
Yeah, we should have her on.
Yeah. Tell her that we
because-
want to get around because we could really
Eye
get
health
into a
is a
great
very
subject.
big thing.
Wait
I-
for everybody.
Oh,
it
it
is a
is.
very big thing, and I didn't realize how many things that might possibly be wrong in your body that affect your eyes.
Yeah, and you want to know what? If your eyes are a little screwy, like the reason I didn't wear glasses for years,
Really?
but I started getting these wicked headaches, wicked. And it was different times of the day or trying to look far, like whether I was, in college and looking at the board and I was in the back of the room. And then I realized I had a situation.
I've always had glasses. I was second grade, so when I got glasses.
One of the things that she had mentioned to me that I really didn't even put two and two together, high blood pressure.
Right. That's a huge one that people don't
Amateur
think of. Right.
And I would have never even thought that. So maybe that's a possibility.
Wait, so high blood pressure and the eyes, how does that tie together again?
It can damage your eyes. It can do something apparent. I don't, again,
good.
I'm not a doctor.
Right. That's
Either are we.
Thank you for the disclaimer right there.
Thank you.
Let's just get it out right.
She
Right
was
away.
explaining a little bit as to these spots or dots that I have behind my retina. And that could be caused from some bleeding from if I have high blood pressure.
Ooh, you got to be careful with that, young
Which
lady.
again is tying into, going to do the heart cart, getting my doctor.
It really does. It all
mean, you
ties
can't
together. Just trying to
lose
lead a
weight and
healthier
be
life.
healthy.
Yeah.
This is proof that you just can't lose weight and be healthy.
Right.
So
that's right. Well, thanks so much. And I definitely look forward to the recipe. We need to make sure we get it online.
okay,
know a lot of
I
people
will.
know,
I will
so.
see you guys in about a half hour.
You're wonderful.
Thanks so much.
Jackie.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Tell Jenny we said hi. Love you, Jenny. Woo!
Yes, they're awesome.
Dwayne
So-
does such a great job, but I'm just telling you, it's so nice that, they're at work, they're listening, people are streaming it, people are listening to the radio station, our
Yeah,
flagship
I'd
radio
love to hear
station, WIMS AM 1420, YoungerLife.org /live to watch
all
it.
kinds
And
of
then
stuff on YoungerLife.org too.
I found out on Friday that we were at the LaPorte County Public Library where the piece was airing.
Yeah.
I talked to the production crew and I didn't realize if you go to youtube.com, it actually is live when we're live now.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Well,
really
and
nice.
it's so, you know what I'm saying? So that's
yeah,
really,
that's easy.
really cool.
That's great. Well, and so, today talking to Jackie is really important today because, March is National Nutrition Month.
Of course it
so
is.
we've talked about it a lot from the beginning of the month and kind of done different things. And unfortunately, we couldn't get the dietitians in here today, but we're right at the end of the month. So I had found a really cool article that Self Magazine had put out. And this is cool, I think, because it ties into Nutrition Month, but it also is handy for those of us that are listening at work. This is all about, it's actually titled 14 Snacks to Stash in Your Desk Drawer That'll Help You Stay on Track. So I like this because, especially being at work, I worked in an office for a long time. It is, you're going to look for a snack, especially come that afternoon
All
time.
of us
You know
do.
that little lull
It
you
doesn't
get?
matter. All of us
I
are
know.
looking for
I'm a
something to put in their
snacker
mouth.
anyways, but
Everybody.
certainly, being in the office, you're not able to say, "Oh, I'm not going to snack. Instead, I'm going to go take 15 minutes and go for a walk or whatever."
Sure.
So because you hear that recommended as well. If you think you're hungry, you need a snack, you need some exercise, but you can't always do that, right? So I like this little article. I thought was nice, gives you some little ideas, and it ties also into what Jenny had said the other day about putting things in the portion size snack bags.
That's very smart as a
It
young
is
mom
smart.
that she is.
And that's pretty stinking organized, as Dwayne had pointed out, to buy, like, say, a supersized bag of pretzels, like
You're
she
so
was
right.
pointing out, and breaking it down into serving size. That's awesome. Bravo her. So this was really cool and kind of it ties into that. So we all know that staying snacking helps to keep your energy up, your
Absolutely.
energy level up, as well as your blood sugar level. So it's important. And it's also important to point out that experts recommend snacks should be less than 200 calories. And you want to shoot for things that are high in protein and fiber. It helps keep you fueled longer, especially to the next meal. It
Excellent
should
point.
carry you over to
Sure,
the next
sure.
meal. So, the beauty of these desk-ready snacks, these ideas, is that it's something that you can put in your snack drawer at work or wherever and not have to worry about too much, rather than, you want to go for the piece of fruit, but that banana you forgot about, it's not going to keep very long. It's going to be gross and either have to make banana bread out of it.
And wait,
or
can I ask you a
garbage.
question before you
Please.
get into the snacks? And this just happened. It's funny you bring this up yesterday. I brought a banana and I opened it up and the outside was yellow with a couple of black spots. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything because a
No.
lot of times when you open up a banana, and it was a Chiquita.
Yeah.
Because I'm very particular about what
Are you?
bananas.
It's funny, I'm not. I love
Well,
bananas, but
I love bananas, but you could definitely taste the difference in certain bananas.
I'll have to
I
pay
opened
attention.
it up and the top part had black on it and the bottom part, so I threw it away. I didn't want it. I was freaking out.
Oh, really? Cut that off, man. See, I'm so much more low maintenance. I'm like, oh, pull the bruise off, break it off. It's fine.
Why? That's not a bruise. What is that?
Well,
what is the
it
black
could have
part?
been a bruise. Was it actually like where the, like just soft spot?
Well,
wasn't
no,
a
it wasn't
bruise?
even soft. It was just a little black spot. So maybe I really screwed up. 219-861-1632.
Maybe
What
there
does
was
the
some
banana? What does that mean with a banana? I'm just curious if
I
everybody
just
knows.
say it's a bruise and it's fine.
Right.
Cut it off, or because the bottoms do.
So you
or
really
like
will eat that?
Well, I mean, now you're making me nervous thinking if it was like really black, then maybe there's something wrong with the banana.
Well, what is inside of that banana that's making that black? Is it not good?
I would have hacked it off, like cut off the yuck part, and then taken out the good part to see if it looked fine, and still probably.
Do you? Okay, let me ask you this question. When you open up a banana, this is gonna be. This may sound real anal and weird from me, but do you always cut off the top and the bottom? Or
I don't cut off the top. I do cut off the bottom, but usually the bottom is softer, and that's why. You know,
usually,
the base of the.
I'll throw it away with about that much left.
Yeah, because the
not a
bottom's
lot, but
real,
just a little
real
bit.
soft.
Yeah,
to
I'm
the, to
really
the yuck
scared.
Part, I think. So.
I'm just afraid of biting into something, going, like, what is that? A hairy thing?
Yeah, no
You
kidding.
know?
No one wants that. That's funny. So,
Wait, are the black spots spider eggs?
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So see, my theory still would have worked. If you
Thank
hacked
you,
off
Dwayne.
the gross spots, it still would be edible, I would assume. But if you put it in a drawer, it's gonna be really gross. So you put it in a drawer and forget about it, or say you bring yogurt thinking you're all healthy, and you
Okay.
put it in the communal fridge you have at work. You're gonna forget about it
But
until it's
we can't put a
expiring.
banana. Did you hear this? I didn't know if you know this.
No, I said yogurt in the fridge.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you
That's
not
banana.
supposed to? I don't.
I
ever
don't think
put
you
bananas
can put bananas in the fridge because I think then if you leave them in your
It
car in the winter,
accelerates the
wait.
Yeah, but I think it's only externally. I don't necessarily know that inside. It does. If you put them in the fridge, I do know it will darken the.
You give Rick
peel.
Federighi a banana that was yellow and that's black. I'm not even gonna open it because you go like this. You try to open it. It's like it just
Yuck.
like
It's just
peters
mush.
out. Right,
It's
mush.
just mush. Yeah.
But what do you wait? You said
So-
banana bread. Can I ask you that real quick? What do you do?
You make banana bread out of like super ripe bananas that are nearing like getting dark. So that's my brother-in-law. He loves that. You
I
go
love
to their
banana
house and you'll
bread.
see the skins on the bananas look wilty, and I said, "This is garbage." He said, "Don't you dare throw that away." That's how we make banana bread. So, my husband loves banana bread too. So I like my bananas to be barely ripe. Like a little.
Like green
I don't
into
want
the
to
yellow
say green,
stage.
but
I get it.
yeah,
I get it.
I do.
it.
I like
Yeah.
them. They're a little bit more firm. I like.
I know it's all right when I do this. It goes,
Yeah, still a little bit of crisp there. We eat a lot of bananas. We love bananas.
Can I just throw this out there?
Yeah.
When I'm in the car and I'm cranking down like 94, 80, 94,
Yeah.
going through Chicago, something on the Skyway, and I'll crack a banana and I'll be driving with one arm. This may be
Yeah.
bad. But then I open it up and then I think, what are people thinking when they drive past me? I'm like,
You're snarfing your banana.
look at that,
It's
boo.
funny. Yeah. That's all right. At least it's healthy. Better
I
than a
agree.
donut.
With
Better
my
than a big old
cashews.
long John donut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those-
Thank you, John.
Oh, I know. He was so nice.
He was
to
so
him.
excited. He brought donuts for
He
everybody.
was so sweet. I said to him when he said, "Help yourself," and I said, "How very sweet and mean at the same time." So I told him.
He goes, "You
"Make
guys
me
want
smell those
breakfast? The
donuts."
Long Johns are
It
this
was
big.
so nice. I know they look amazing.
Between us, we could like have one.
They look amazing. So, anyways, this was a great little article because it did give us 14 ideas for healthy snacks, help keep us on track,
Okay.
which we all need, and certainly know, God knows I do. So, but it's also not going to expire. They're not going to, rot quickly.
And this is from, you said, Self Magazine?
Self Magazine,
Good.
right?
Okay, cool.
So these, these little ideas that she has. So let's see. The first one is she has superfood seeds listed.
Superfood seeds.
It's seeds we know are high in protein. They're easy to store, so it's an easy little snack. Every seed bag of seeds you buy or whatever actually always has a serving size on it, so that's easy to measure out. They're very easy. They're not messy. That's
Okay.
nice. So the favorite for the author of the article, she loves pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds, and I love sunflower seeds.
So do I.
Pumpkin seeds are not really my favorite, but
No.
it's great to point out. People think sunflower seeds, you think outside only, but you can buy just the kernels. They're delicious, or the seeds. I like the actual seeds to crack them. They can be a little messier.
Yeah, you're talking pumpkin seeds?
The pumpkin seeds are the white one. They're white. My kids love roasted pumpkin seeds and just salted a little. They're very healthy. So I love that she pointed that out. It's great, great idea. The next is dried fruit, which we all know and think of. Dried fruit is fabulous. And she says, make sure you, though, are looking for the no sugar added, which is important because I myself, when I'm looking at the dried fruits, there's a lot of them that are, they don't say no sugar added. So they're obviously
So
sugar
are you
added.
taking like AKA like dried bananas, like
Yeah.
banana chips, apple chips?
Right.
Is that what you're talking about?
Even any of the dried fruit, even, we've had the dried mangoes, and like the cranberries that we were talking about in this stuff. Those make great little snacks. As far as serving size, it's important to note that a serving size is about half of what the real fruit would be. So if you are eating like dried apple chips, the serving size, make sure you read the serving size, because in amount wise, it's going to be about half of what an actual.
All right, so let me ask you
this.
this. So here's the problem that I have, and I mentioned this to you. I found the other day, and I have fallen in love with this, but there's a problem with this. It's bad, because once I start eating them, I want to eat the bag. It's the unsalted cashews with sesame seeds
Yeah, I knew you said
on
that.
the outside. And I've looked at the bag. I wish I had the bag with me. I actually finished it off today, but it's in the garbage. But I am very curious when you're talking about these different things, because that's why I'm afraid to buy some of these dried fruits. Like I could put apple chips, banana chips, but I'm wondering, like, so you said a serving size.
It will tell you
like
on
6
the
ounce or
nutrient.
8 ounce or
Read
3
the
ounce.
label,
Yeah.
but it will tell you. I know even like when we're talking different things, say like almonds. I love to snack on almonds. When you said cashews, it'll tell you a serving size of almonds is for most brands is about 28.
Yep.
So I know it sounds silly, but count them out. Put them in that little snack bag.
Is that all you're eating?
No, I'm saying like for a snack. And believe it or not, I mean, when I'm eating almonds, 28's a lot.
Well, almonds, and I've said this before, if I do regular almonds, and I know someone's going to like shake their head about this, my stomach gets wicked
I remember
upset.
you said that.
If I have and I'm using it comfortably, a flavored, some type of a jalapeno or
Yeah. I
something
haven't even tried those.
Oh, they're phenomenal. But I won't eat a lot of them. I'll eat like 8 or 10, but I've got to be very careful. Nothing bothers me. And I don't know
That's
what it is,
strange,
what offsets that not, for me personally, and so if you're feeling that way,
Oh yeah,
you may want to try the other ones, but I love almonds.
Right. Well, they are
flavored.
good. So, and that goes the third recommendation is a nut butter, which I picture Nutella. I'm not sure that that's necessarily what she's talking about, because this looks like peanut butter. That's straight up that they're showing. But she said you can spread a little bit of this nut butter on crackers or on fruit or even just on a spoon. But they're very versatile snacks. They're not really messy. They keep very long. They keep for a long time, and they do sell like almond butter.
Yes, they
sell
do.
almond butter in packets. So they do, as far as serving size goes, rather than feeling like you have to measure it out. That would be a very easy way to keep that in a vegetables that you can bring with you that day only. You're not going to want to throw those in your drawer for long either. But the next option is low sodium jerky. Now, I know it's funny. I'm not a huge beef jerky fan, but my family is.
I love beef jerky.
And you
love it.
You want to talk about high protein, there you go. And especially the low sodium, it's important to point that out. The low sodium option, it will keep obviously forever, but it's certainly satisfying when you're having a wicked craving.
I would
really
love to chat with someone and kind of dissect that one, because I've heard a lot of positive things about very specific fresh jerky. Like, for example, in our listening audience and viewing area, especially in the Midwest and the corridor of, Chicago, Northwest Indiana, Michigan, at least that quadrant, the Midwest corridor, there's a lot of people that hunt. Well, they will talk religiously not only about the venison, but venison jerky. And I've actually, I always don't mind trying something.
Yeah.
But sometimes you try this stuff. Like one of the guys that is a hunter in our area, that actually is a listener and a viewer, Craig Kepke and his brother Ryan. One of them works for the DNR, and the other one, but they hunt and they fish, and they're like just constantly involved with the outdoors. But some of the stuff these guys have brought in for us to try, it is heaven. Smoked salmon that they catch.
See, that's
just
so nice.
Crazy good stuff.
My husband has a couple coworkers that they do make their own jerkies, and he loves the venison jerky a lot. So that's a good option to keep it, a very nice desk ready snack. So air pop popcorn, which we've talked about popcorn, very I mean, a lot. Very often we've discussed popcorn.
Without the butter, people.
And right. And you can make it yourself and bag it up. I know Dwayne, like he said, he'll make it a huge vat of it and snack on it all week. I thought it was interesting when he said he puts it in the fridge.
Well, I think because I'm assuming, and I don't know if he's listening, why he does it, but it maybe keeps it fresh because if you leave popcorn out, well, this, it becomes mushy.
I love second day popcorn, like such
Really?
a nerd. I do. I like day old popcorn, but I also, who knows? That's probably why I'm sure it's fresher, kept in the refrigerator. But if you don't have if you don't make it at home, try that Smart Pop that we tried. That was delicious, and you can buy that in different size bags.
Surprisingly, it is. And I would be very blunt and say no. I actually we when we had Easter, and we had company. We used that. And it was great. I mean, this is what we're talking about. We say tweaking
learning
things
new things, find different things. It's great. This is something I know that you do. This is a great desk ready snack. Rick does this here. Plain oatmeal packets.
Love it.
Get them in serving sizes. So, and you can, you literally can just microwave it. I mean, so if you're at an office, this is a great option, and sprinkle a little cinnamon on it. It says in here, it's great for cold weather. Nothing feels more comforting than that.
I
It's
agree.
very filling, great.
You can
fiber.
add to that, which you and I both know we've chatted about here on Younger Life. You can add, speaking of bananas, you can cut up a banana.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could also add honey and cinnamon. That's what I normally do.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I find myself, and we've chatted about this offline, where if, I really don't eat a lot and I may snack here and there and I kind of, mix it up a little bit. But I wouldn't mind, like in the early morning, I'll have one oatmeal, but it's literally, I could put it in, like, let's just say a coffee mug.
Yeah.
And then on the packets that I get, they're just straight out,
It's
oatmeal.
pre-measured, right?
Pre-measured. You go up to the line, you dump it in there. It's either 60 or 90 seconds. You could add this stuff too. But then what I may have, like around lunchtime or something, if I'm hungry but I'm on the go, I might use that cup again, or do something like that, and do more oatmeal.
Yeah,
and then that way, I just feel like it's something a little bit better, a little bit healthier.
Yeah,
for me.
it's a great
Don't know
option.
if it's a great idea, but
They do point out in the article, obviously, if you're looking at the flavored oatmeals, be careful. They are loaded with extra sugar.
Way
So
sugar.
just be mindful of that. Number 7 on the list of these desk ready snacks. This says roasted seaweed. Okay. They actually make seaweed chips. Now I have to tell you my own experience, my own opinion.
okay, your own opinion.
I bought some from the health food section. And they were so gross.
You know what?
I personally did not like them. I had a couple of my kids that were a little braver.
Sure.
I have one super brave. She'll try anything. And one that I said, oh, just taste it. I fibbed. I said, taste it. It's a chip. Just to see. No one liked them. And my husband tried them.
Well, what did it taste like? Was it bland? And it wasn't that
These were very lightly salted,
Okay.
roasted seaweed chips is what I bought.
roasted seaweed.
Seaweed chips. And that's listed on her list. Again, it's supposed to be very good for you. I for myself will not try that option again.
I could see myself getting tangled in a lake, pulling seaweed off of my foot while we're out there boating
Yuck.
or swimming with family and friends, and then going, "Hey, does anybody want to grill this
Who wants
stuff?"
to put this on?
Oh no.
I
Might be a little bit
all
different.
to you if you want to try. If you
Totally cool.
try it, you might love it. I thought I would. I kept thinking I likened it to the texture of maybe like a thin rice cake is what I had imagined.
Stay away from those.
Well, and those are bland, but I could tolerate that. This I did not.
Yeah,
even
but
like
rice
the
cakes are supposedly
flavor.
We
Oh
have-
yeah,
we
I
should
don't
find
even
out a
know.
little bit about
I
rice
haven't even
cakes,
looked
yeah.
into that. I mean,
Allegedly.
a long
We're
time
not
ago,
doctors.
actually in an office.
Yeah.
We're not. There were some rice cake chips, and I tried that, and
Those aren't bad, but again, you get. To
I
the
don't know
flavored
about the
ones.
health, right? I don't have any clue about the nutritional value or not.
I've heard both sides on
Yeah,
that coin.
but I had imagined when I picked up the seaweed chips, that's what I imagined the
Sure.
texture to be like. I was not my favorite.
I can
but
just see you.
It is on the. Yeah, it was not something I loved. Anyways, the next was raw nuts, as we've already discussed. Like
Love it.
The almonds and cashews.
I love.
they're really all good for you.
Love
but
cashews.
They are. They have a great protein and healthy fats for you, which are obviously just helps level that blood sugar out, keeps your energy up, keeps you fuller until it is your next meal
and
time.
drink
So
water.
it's great.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you heard anything, or maybe we could find this out? The best thing since sliced bread, which by the way I try to stay from bread, but just as an ism, the pistachios. that are outside of the shell where you could physically buy just the pistachio nuts.
Oh, really? I don't even know.
Oh, they're
I had
really
some-
expensive, but I
really?
literally, I want to know if those are halfway good for you or if they're not good for you.
It would see. This
You know what I'm
is
saying?
why we're shooting for these dietitians. We're it's kind of in the works. We're trying to make that be at least a reoccurring segment, if nothing else, once a month, because there are so many things we want to know about, and everyone else does. And so, Jackie, this is for you, number 9 on the list of desk ready snacks. It says granola. A low sugar granola or granola cereal is a great dry snack. So obviously you can put milk or yogurt with it, but that is something that will expire, so you're not going to have that in your drawer, obviously. But it does say, put a little bit of fruit in it. It's great. It's fantastic for a snack that's healthy. You just make sure you're paying attention to serving
Hold
size.
that thought.
Okay.
Thank you to our tech team. Americans consume nuts mainly as snack foods, eating an average of about 6.3 grams per day of cashews and 3.5 grams of pistachios. Both of these nuts are healthy, as in the case with all nuts, which improve overall vitamin and mineral consumption. Although pistachios are more nutrient rich, thank you for that,
Really?
and have attracted more research on their benefits, cashews also have their benefits. Wow.
Well, good. See, look, there you go. There's your answer. Thank you
Hold
for that.
on. Macronutrients. Check this out. Each 1 ounce serving of cashews contains 157 calories.
Yeah.
Let's go like this. 5.7 grams of protein, 8.6 grams of carbs, about 0.9 grams of fiber, 12.4 grams of fat, including 2.2 of saturated. The same size serving of pistachios, let's just compare, 159 calories, 5.8 grams of protein, 7.8 of carbs, and it goes on. But pistachios contain more fiber and less saturated fat than the cashews, making them the healthier option. Wow, I love our tech team.
That's fantastic.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I
And
love
that's
them.
good to know. We know nuts are good for us. You know what I mean? The fats in there, you hear fats. And
Great
people,
info.
People
Killer.
get afraid of it. But the truth is it's healthy fats. It's hard, healthy fats. It's good for you. So nuts are a fabulous option. This is another good one. And this is necessarily not... people are going to know you're eating this. But
Okay.
tuna.
Love
They
tuna.
sell tuna... in the individual pouches.
They sure do.
And it says, keep a tuna pouch. They keep forever, God knows, in your drawer, And you can put those on crackers. There actually was a really interesting recipe that I read. I enjoy tuna in small bits,
Okay.
But there was an interesting stuffed pepper
Oh.
recipe with tuna.
Pepper with tuna in it
And
instead of meat.
whole grain
Oh my
brown
gosh.
rice.
Oh, I'll do that all day.
Doesn't that sound good?
Excellent.
I said, that sounds actually very good to me.
love
and
tuna
think of
fish.
how healthy that is.
Love it.
So tuna packs, again, they're great with omega-3s,
Yes, the fish oils and stuff. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So very, very good.
Can I throw this out there
Yes,
too? If you
please.
use the packet and you cut it open, you're so right, because I'll carry those in my briefcase.
Yeah.
Because they won't ever spill unless you open them.
Oh, absolutely.
So you tear the top,
There-
and then what
there's-
I do is I'll bring a side. And we were talking about the small bags yesterday, or the other day with Jenny. I take the small bags and I cut up bell peppers.
Oh, yeah,
And I'll
yeah.
throw the bell peppers in the pouch and then stir it up. The only thing is I find myself, it flattens
Yeah.
and you have to stir it up a little bit, but it goes pretty quick.
Well, my husband
what I'm
loves
saying?
the flavored tuna packs, like the hickory smoked
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
That's
sure.
his favorite.
Yeah.
And he actually likes just to put a little bit of tuna on. There's pretzel thins, is what they're called. They're
I know exactly what they're.
We
Those
love
are
those.
gr- yes,
we
so
eat
do
those
we.
a lot.
Yeah,
and
those are great.
He likes it on those. And I said,
Yeah.
that's such a good snack too. And if you're really needing something, it's a great snack.
No, that's wonderful.
Number 11 is close to my heart, dark chocolate. We all know it's good for us, but
You know what's weird? I mean,
I don't find it filling though.
I don't find it filling, and I have to be just completely honest.
Yeah, please.
I don't mind dark chocolate. In my younger years, I hated it.
Really?
As I get older, I don't mind it, depending upon
You
how
still
you
don't
eat
love
it.
it?
But very small portions.
Yeah.
But I don't find myself eating dark chocolate a lot. I know I may be a
I
weird
like
one.
dark chocolate a lot. The thing for me is I find dark chocolate it's more satisfying more quickly than milk. If I'm having a wicked sweet tooth
Sure.
and say I'm going to grab a couple Doves. Okay, Dove makes a great dark chocolate. And if I eat 2 dark chocolate Doves, I find
those
that
the
much
mini
more.
square ones?
They're little square
Right.
ones. I find that much more satisfying than a handful of the milk chocolate, because the milk chocolate I keep going for them. So I find
Sugar
dark
makes you
chocolate's
hungry.
beneficial in that. really try not to keep those on hand because then it's too easy to eat
Absolutely.
a whole lot of them. But and so I don't find dark chocolate necessarily really filling I wouldn't want to keep that in my desk drawer, but I like, the energy balls we made with Sue in the beginning of March.
Awesome. Love those.
Little energy
I'll eat
balls.
those all day.
Well, there's dark chocolate chips in those.
But that I love, the way that they're made
That's
together.
what I mean. They go
It's
great.
like,
or even those dark chocolate chips, put a little bit of that in with the granola.
Oh,
and that would be just
heaven.
loose would be fantastic. So that's how I would twist it for my own
Can I tell you
self.
what would be good? Jackie's recipe in the oven, and then when it's out, to add it when it's all dry.
In those, yeah.
You add a little bit of dark chocolate chips.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keep that in a baggie like that. Just snack on it like that.
Would that be heaven?
So the next one,
That's
I know
nice.
all our vegan friends will love this. Roasted chickpeas.
Now, I've had chickpeas before, so roasted, that actually might be
And
really
honestly, they
good.
look a lot tastier. The image I'm looking at roasted than what I typically picture because
Yes.
it's not something I would generally reach for. But this says you can do this yourself or buy them pre-made, but they are great at room temperature, and it's a stand-in for those of you that love hummus. So
I love hummus.
but these are
I'm a
great
hummus
stand-ins.
kid.
So.
Oh, do I love hummus?
This is another really good point. Another good option for your desk ready snacks is it's called Real Food Energy Bars. These are energy bars that are actually made. They're not all created equal. Any granola bar or energy bar.
Sure.
These are strictly made with whole foods, things that you can pronounce and know what they are.
Okay.
And this article prefers there are Kind bars and Lara bars. I've never eaten one of those. Have you had one of those?
I have not.
No.
Does
They
it explain
recommend
what those are?
Well, it says they're things these are bars you can already buy in the health food section that are whole foods, real foods.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know, kind of make that at your own risk. Now, I know my daughter's basketball team makes their own energy bars.
Okay.
So Google a recipe if nothing else, but still it's a great option that's going to keep a long time. It's just granola, again, a type of granola bar. So I think that's fantastic. It'd be fun to make those on air one time.
I love it.
You and I.
Do it now.
We'll
And by
pull
the
that
way,
up.
if you want, I have no problem going to grab some of those bars if you want to send me
try
how
them
they're
out.
spelled.
Well,
and I'd
I'm
be
going to
more
the
than
grocery store today. Maybe we can
Yeah.
try them. I always hate to promote a thing that we've never tried actually.
Well,
'cause
I don't mind trying it because
Oh,
if
I know.
we're trying it, we're buying it.
And we
we're
can say if
we're
it's
not
gross.
doctors. I will
At
say
least
if
we
it's
can
gross.
say
So
it's-
will you.
Well, like I said, the seaweed chips. Now, I think fabulous for those of you that enjoy them. Myself, I was not one in that group. I'll tell you that.
Okay,
so.
this comes from a Cheryl. Cheryl says, "Good morning, Mary. Ghirardelli makes a dark chocolate cherry tango with cherry and nuts. It is great.
Yum.
Great input
Is that a
there,
bar
Cheryl.
then? Yum. 'Cause
I'm
I would
sure-
certainly keep
you
that
know
in
what?
my.
They have those squares.
Yeah,
too.
I know that they also make baking chocolate. They have fabulous chocolates.
Ooh.
It's one of my favorites.
Ghirardelli.
Okay, now that sounds really good.
That sounds
now
good,
I'm itching
yeah.
closer to those stinking donuts because I find myself thinking.
I so totally walked away from those. You
Yeah.
saw that.
Well, and
They're
you
this
saw,
big.
I didn't, they look so good.
Oh, I know.
But still, it's certainly not Younger Life approved as far as the.
We're not
for me.
touching. At least for
Anyways,
now.
So this is a do-it-yourself trail mix, which I love and is very
Let's
easy
hear
to
about
do.
this.
This is a great option too for kids' lunches because they can assist and it makes it more fun.
And kind of add or take away the things that they don't like.
That's it.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
kids are always more likely to. I mean, it's just a proven fact. It really is. When you're gardening and stuff, kids are more likely to try new things when they're involved in the process of growing or at least making,
Okay.
cooking in the kitchen. And it's very true. So
Okay.
this is a do-it-yourself trail mix type. If you're having a hard time, pick some different dried fruits, some different seeds, some different nuts. Again, go for the raw. It's just better. Coconut flakes, it said, which surprised me. And the dark chocolate chips, like we talked about.
Love it. I'll take it.
Try to portion it into individual servings, and then you're ready to go. Snack them anytime. There are actually 10 trail mix recipes on. I don't know if we're able to. I don't know how to add things ourselves onto.
Younger Life?
Right, and
We can
maybe
ask
we
Tech
just
Crew. We can ask
send it
Sanders.
to
We can
them.
ask
Right.
Steve or one of the guys.
There's some 10 healthy trail mix recipes that I think are, you never know. I mean, I could pick one out and try it. And we could bring it in
I'm
and
telling
eat it.
you right now, I would absolutely
I
love to do
wish
that.
I had done that this morning. I wish I had thought
but
of
you
that
know,
before.
this is a great article.
This was, and this is an article I was just happened to be reading late last night, so it's not like I could have done it then. But
Why not?
I know, right? Why not?
You do it all
Why not
anyways,
go in the middle of the
Mom.
night? Whatever. But I thought this was so valid to us, to what we
Oh,
do, and to
sure.
what we're looking at. We're always looking at new things, and I loved the desk ready idea. I feel like whether it's lunchbox ready for your kids or for yourself, but the desk ready is important. It's so easy to find your impulse control harder to control when it is that afternoon time and
Absolutely
you're really
agree.
itching for something, regardless of how strong you've been in the morning and at lunch. When you're really itching for a snack, it's so much easier to open that drawer and find something you've already prepackaged and know that it's decent and know the portions there.
Can I tell you,
Mm-hmm.
you are so right on that, because there are so many days, Mary, that I will have worked from early morning and I'll have my
Yeah.
oatmeal. I don't want to say I blow off lunch, but I snack or nibble on a banana or a piece
Mm-hmm.
of fruit. But then I get in my car and I'm ready to take a 2-hour trek
Yeah.
to my destinations of
Right.
choice, wherever I'm
All
going.
over.
And I will get in the car and I'll say, I'm starving
Mm-hmm.
to myself. And because I have a bag of cashews or I put trail mix together, trail mix, cashews,
See you,
and
that's
stuff.
a do it yourself.
I'll
Look at
do
you.
it slowly,
Yeah.
and I'll have my water, surprisingly.
Yeah.
And it fills me until I get either to home or it takes me out of mind, out of sight, because I don't want to stop and
Well,
grab something
it's
that I'm
so
going to be sitting
easy
in
to
the
do that
car
when you're
and it's going
hungry.
to sit in your stomach.
But it's so easy to do
know?
that. Or it's so easy to, in the office setting.
Oh, yeah.
You bring in different foods. It's so easy to go and look for the stale bag of chips or the stale donuts that are left
Right.
over, or something that is definitely not what you would normally eat if you were in control,
Right.
rather than just feeling that, okay, whatever, I'll make up for it later. If you already have those ready, it's just a great
Just
point.
go ahead and make John feel bad that he brought to the
Not at
Younger
all. It
Life
was
set
so
today.
sweet of him.
He's
I
wonderful.
think
they will be
really-
gone in about 20 minutes
Oh,
when everybody scarfs
they
them.
really will, and they look delicious,
Yeah.
and I'm
He made them fresh.
and and I'm not saying I won't have. I'm not saying I won't have a piece, but
Yeah.
I definitely I love because there is balance and everything.
Sure.
But you know what? If you waited till afternoon when we're all starving, it'd be a whole lot easier to grab one and eat the whole thing. Because
with
you're
you.
like, yeah, you're ready, and
Look at you.
You tell
Is
yourself,
it afternoon?
Like, is it time? No, I'm kidding.
I want to throw this out there to our good
Please.
friends. Just a couple things that we want to chat about. First off, a variety of community organizations are coming together to offer a free, highly interactive preparedness event that will help you and our communities be well prepared for nearly any emergency and the situations that can occur in that area. This is something that we spoke with some of the great officials over at LaPorte Hospital
Right.
in LaPorte, Indiana. Running with scissors
Yes.
and other things you shouldn't do
I love the title.
is as much about avoiding danger in the home as being prepared for emergencies.
Absolutely. I love this topic, and this is going to be a focus for April.
Yes, it is.
Emergency preparedness on really numerous levels. We're not talking just running with scissors. We're talking
Now,
about a lot of things, and I love it. I think it is was very genius. Whoever came up with the title of the topic. It's such an important topic, and we've got a lot of different areas. I know they're doing a health fair
Yeah.
of sorts.
There's a community preparedness event, as you
you.
mentioned, taking place 2 to 6. This will be April 12th at the LaPorte Civic Auditorium, and that's at 1001 Ridge Road in LaPorte, Indiana.
Right.
It's free and it's open to you. So, I mean, it's kind of cool. If you want to bring your your babysitter, let the
your
kids
children.
roll, absolutely bring
And
the kids.
this is not just hospital stuff. They're going to have the fire department there.
The Edith House.
The Edith House.
Love that.
They're going to have police. There's just many different sides to this. So it's going to be really fun. I'm definitely going to go. I'm hoping that maybe we can, maybe tape a little footage from out there, because I think it's so important.
We could connect with that LaPorte Hospital. We could bond with Maddie or maybe the tech crew from Younger Life. Sanders, everybody's could be out there with us. The other thing is I got a text. Apparently, in some of the areas, and most notably, there was a health fair that was yesterday. And I got a text from a mom that said her little one came home, was familiar with Younger Life. And I guess there was a Younger Life booth out at one of the schools yesterday for a health fair.
Yeah.
Now, that is something that I would absolutely love to do live or,
Very cool.
Going out to these
the
events.
health fairs are really cool. And it's awesome that they're taking them to the schools.
Absolutely agree.
I know that the things were addressed that are very important and pertinent to it was junior high school ages. So I think, they touch base on STDs. They touch base on like information
Right.
in a very, not too detailed way to where
Well,
you're worried about it. It was
yes.
very interesting. The importance of nutrition, which we are always talking about.
Beautiful.
I know that my children were able to participate, and their most favorite part was they had the heavy ropes that you see on like
Love
say, Biggest
that.
Loser or something.
Love it.
They got to actually try them.
I would do
and
that.
Heavy medicine ball.
Do all that.
Pull up bars.
I'll do that.
So my kids,
I'm not
that was
kidding
like
you.
their. Oh, I said I actually sent a text that said I think it would be awesome to have that set up here one day just to try
Or
it.
have us go out live and
Or
I'll
go
do
somewhere,
it.
yeah.
I don't
Let
mind
us-
putting on shorts. I mean, I
Oh,
got all right
I do
legs.
it right in my own clothes. Who cares?
No, because we got it. We have to be
Yeah.
comfortable.
Oh yeah, but I
Because
mean, how
that'll be
fun!
our-
It would be funny. I think you guys. I can't do pull-ups anymore. I'm not weak
No,
either, and
no,
I can't.
I get it.
I suck.
It's
at
funny
them.
you say that because that is a big challenge for me as
Oh
I
my
get older.
goodness. It's-
Pull-ups have always been a challenge for me. The other one that was a big challenge, if you remember this, in Jimmy, you might not because you're a lot younger than I, but the one where you climb up the wall with the pegs. Did you
Oh,
ever
really?
do
We
that?
didn't
where
have to do
you
that.
stand. And we used to do because I used to wrestle. I wrestled 89
Yeah.
pounds in high school,
Oh
2
my
years in a
gosh.
row. I was undefeated. Why? Ask me why.
Why?
There was nobody in my weight class.
Oh my goodness, that's so
I had
funny.
one wrestling match my second year, and I actually won. The whole school was there. It was like, Ricky,
Yeah,
Ricky. And I'm
that's
like,
awesome. That's
but
awesome.
I was really bad at sports pretty much all my life. I was decent at basketball, Catholic school and stuff. I did that. I loved it. And I played every kind of sport, but I was never music, guitar,
Yeah,
jamming
that's
is
you.
me. It's me.
We didn't
This
have the
stuff.
peg thing, but you know what? Very similar. One of my family's favorite things is to do rock walls.
Oh, yeah.
I love them, and
My kids love
it's
the
such a
rock walls.
workout. The first few times there's a place we like to go, and they have many different
Sure.
fun things. But the rock wall is very big, and it's funny because we would let the kids go and not do it ourselves. One day I said, I'm going to do it myself. It is such a good workout. So since then, it's like, I'm going to
I'll
get
do
higher
a rock
than you.
wall, but give me a couple weeks leading up to it
It's
to
so
know.
fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Because
It's a good
that's
time.
almost embarrassing when the little ones just blow the parents away, which they should, by the way.
They should, definitely. But it is a good time. And so the health fair thing was fabulous. It's a great idea. This
April
event coming
12th
up,
on this
April
one.
12th. I'm hoping they have some of the same things there. But again, I'm definitely going to be there, so I'll share that with you for sure. And,
Okay, cool.
But these, look into these desk-ready snacks. Even if you don't change a whole bunch of
I
things,
wanna
if
do
you
it.
have some healthy
We'll make 'em in the
snacks,
studio, you and I.
it'd be great. So
All right, cool.
I think it's important.
Well, that's another wrap for Younger Life. I'm
deal.
Rick Federici.
I'm Mary Anthony.
Have a great day. Stay healthy.
Thanks.
AM 1420, WIMS Michigan.